Hello and welcome back to Daily Anime Reviews, the channel where we talk about seasonal anime every day. And today we are talking about My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Season 2, Episode 4. And I mean, like, it was alright. I mean, it was fine. Now, I will say this. Last episode, I felt as if, when the story is going to get going and stuff like that. And I wasn't completely wrong. The story is going. It's just moving very, very slowly, and for me it feels weird because when you look at how season 2 is structured, season 2 is kind of similarly structured as it would be to season 1, where obviously we don't have all the filler trying to know people and trying to get to know everybody else and whatnot. We don't have the basis of trying to understand stuff. My problem with it is, though, is that it's being structured, or I feel like very weirdly in that sense of it's going slow, and I feel like as we'll keep going, it's going to go, keep going its pace and stuff like that. But, I would assume a season 2 would get more of the bullshit out of the way and just, get into the story, getting more into the interactions and stuff like that. But, and, again, it's an anime about heroes, so I expect them to fight, but we kind of had the whole thing with the trigger and being distributed constantly like that. Yeah, sure. And that still should be around. But when we get whole episodes about, Aizawa... Aizawa? Eraserhead. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I'm messing up his name. But Eraserhead and Koichi and the small time thugs that was going around this episode helping out Koichi and Eraserhead. When we have those episodes and them fighting and doing all that stuff, I'm not saying it's bad. I ain't saying that. But we've already kind of had these similar story beats, and it feels like we're treading on similar water. I think that's why I was so harsh on it last week, and I'm kind of still harsh on it this week because, I mean, most of the episode was just about Koichi and Eraserhead and the thugs finding the octopus man who's also on some new form of trigger. The only addition is that we get a little bit more of the speedster's personality, but we've been kind of getting a little bit of the speedster's personality this entire time, and his face is still, hidden behind shadows, and we don't fully see how the scar looks and all that stuff. So it's one of those things where I'm just yeah, you're drape fitting us, but not in a good way. Where I feel like season 1, it was a new thing, it was a new title, we were getting some new stuff, even though it was still in the My Hero Academia universe, but I was okay with the world building stuff like that. And the world building here is good too. I like the fact that Sorry. That's what I was trying to do. I mixed him up with a wrestler. I don't know why I called him Akira Tozawa. Jesus Christ. Aizawa. I don't know why Aizawa. No, I'm sorry. I like how Aizawa is going to hang out with the thugs to get the cups of coffee. I like how Koichi is trying to be casual around the big heroes. I like this. All this stuff is it's nice and it's good and it's really good world building. But you also have to ask the question as to when we're actually gonna get some of the big shit, when we're actually gonna get some of the big story beats, some of the exploring, and also a big thing. Where the fuck is Knuckle Duster, man? I get it. He's with his daughter, but some touch up on that. We're on episode 4, and the only real mentions of Knuckle Duster is talking about him he fucking passed away, and then the detective in Aizawa talking about him making a suspect, which Aizawa quickly shuts down because he knows that Knuckle Duster really isn't somebody like that. So it's so weird. It's so weird to think about, man, with how this season's currently being structured, and I'm wanting the best. I really, really am. I do we get to see Koichi actually use his powers properly. I thought that was fun. That was good. That was nice, and that was interesting to see him actually shoot projectiles, which is also another thing. Pop Step makes a whole thing about Koichi using projectiles. But because she goes out being oh, Koichi, you shouldn't use projectiles against the enemies because using projectile correct bases will get you put in jail. And that's all fine and dandy. But I watched multiple of the My Hero Academia stuff and Vigilantes. You being a vigilante should probably put you into the slammer as well. So I don't know why you're worrying about the law now, especially since I thrown out the window when Aizawa sees him use it. Now, it is different circumstances. circumstances, but still, it's kind of one of those things where it's just like, you probably won't. You probably have to do some. Oh, I'm about to say the wrong show. Some like the community service and stuff, especially if they know that you've like, even though you've been a vigilante, you've been a bad vigilante, they'd probably give you something light at the very least. But yeah, that was just a little thing that also bothered me as well. But most of them is just them, being together for like 5 seconds and then people go do other things. But with that being said, I hope you... Nope, wrong thing. But with that being said, let me know if you liked the episode, you hate the episode, and what do you think of the season so far. If you liked the video, make sure to click a like on the video and subscribe for more of the daily anime reviews. And put on your notifications if you want to see us get videos every single day, because we do upload videos every single day. So make sure to check out those videos that come out every single day. My name is Ben Rinse. I hope you've had a wonderful time, and I will see you all within the next one. Bye-bye.